Happy Monday, guys. What's up? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice podcast with me here on Betting Pros at Sports Talk Matt to follow me on Twitter at Betting Pros to follow Betting Pros. You guys know the BetMGM offer above me on the YouTube every day on the YouTube audio as well, but YouTube as well. $10 bet, $150 when you use a promo code Juice150. New accounts at BetMGM. Okay, so good day yesterday. The 1 unit play comes in again. I'm not going to do that every day, okay? I'm not going to force it, but when there are opportunities to start to up this is where I'm going to start to roll here. COVID is still a thing, guys. We had, a COVID case for the Bruins right before their game, okay? Charlie McAvoy got COVID. It's still there, so I'm not fully comfortable coming in and betting full units across the board, but there are games where I'm feeling more and more confident where we can go back to a full unit bet. So, Lightning, big win, 7 goals scored. They win. 1 unit comes in. We laid the minus 125. A little juicy, but it gets there for us, which is good. The over hits in the hockey game with the Wild. They come in with a big win. Gotta love those open net goals. And then a power play goal late gets us the over with that game against the Blues. So that was good to come in with that. We split with the Suns. Suns do not cover, but the under is an absolute wagon for the Dallas Mavericks. I can't wait to see what the books come up with from a number perspective for game 6. We know there's going to be a game 5 and a game 6 at minimum now with a 2-2 mark between Dallas and Phoenix. What's the under? What's the total? Because they can't find a basement for these games. And it got a little sweaty. It got to 212. So my gut tells me that the book's probably 209.5 will probably be what game 6 is, depending on what happens with game 5. But I would probably lean over in game 5 in Phoenix and under back in Dallas. So probably how we're going to bet that series. But 2 games apiece, really interesting series to see what's going to happen with that. So, but a good day, 3-1 plus the 1 unit. So well over a 1 unit win for us. Good day on a Sunday as we head towards a Monday. Okay, I've got 3 bets for us going up here today. I've got 2 bets in basketball, 1 bet in baseball. And man, I'm going to be on a hockey play today. I just don't know which one I want to get involved with as of yet. And I mean, there's 4 games happening on Monday that we can get involved with. I will definitely put a play up in the Discord channel. I just don't know which one I'm going to get into. It might be the over for Colorado and Nashville. That's possible. It might be the over for the Panthers and the Capitals. That's possible. But I want to go through the day before I bet it. I want to kind of let the numbers move a little bit to see who's in, who's out, what's going to happen. I want to see who's going to be playing for different teams. It feels like it's a good bet to be on the Rangers here, minus 108 at FanDuel. The total is 6, maybe the over there. So I'm not there yet for hockey, but I definitely have at least one hockey play to give you guys coming up in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, or the link underneath me on YouTube to get into it. Okay. But before I give you the 3 bets, 2 basketball, 1 in baseball for here today, let's talk about our friends over. Well, this has been a read that we've been doing for a little bit. And okay, sorry, here it is. For Sleeper, sorry. I'm pro, right? I should know what I'm doing. Sleeper, the fastest growing daily fantasy platform, millions of players. You may have a league on there already. Game-changing product. You guys can win real money here by playing their new over-under game at Sleeper. Super simple. You guys are going to choose different stats, points, basketball, hits, and baseball. How much money do you want to put into this type of pool? If you're correct, you guys can win anywhere from 2 times to 20 times the money that you put in with this over-under games from Sleeper. Friends are doing it. You can have a friends league even on this. Download Sleeper, play their new over-under game. You guys can use the promo code DailyJuice, which is one word, DailyJuice, when you download Sleeper, and they will match your deposit for up to $100. Download Sleeper. Use that promo code DailyJuice, one word, when you deposit. Terms and conditions do apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Okay, let's go right to the Milwaukee Bucks and their game against the Boston Celtics. I lean Boston. Okay, I do think Boston has a chance to even up this series. It's an interesting line move on this game right now. It's ping-ponging. It was Celtics minus a half a point. Now it's Milwaukee minus 1. I don't really know what to do with this except for the total. And I think you guys probably know where I'm going. It has been absolute. Speaking of under wagons, the Milwaukee Bucks are an under wagon. Total is 212.5 right now. And man, you look at Milwaukee, the last 8 games have gone under. Last 3 for Boston have gone under. Against the Eastern Conference, Milwaukee is 37-23 to the under. Boston is 31-28 to the under. At home, Milwaukee is 24-21 to the under. Boston's one game over 500, 22-21-1 to the over on the road, but that's a very small number. 1-4 over the last 5, 4-6 over the last 10. Boston and Milwaukee, these games just go under. And so when you're looking at it, what's interesting is that the first game, 2-18, under by 28 points. 2-16, under by 21 points. 2-11.5, under by 7.5 points. And now we're coming back with a 2-12.5. We're coming back with an even higher total than in game 3. I don't understand that move personally. I mean, 103-101 was the final score. I think it's going to be right back to that. 101-89 in game 1, 109-86 in game 2, 103-101 in game 3. I think this is a 104-100 type of basketball game here, one side or the other. And I think we're comfortable. I'm comfortable laying the 212.5 here from Milwaukee and Boston. I'm taking the under. Milwaukee and Boston under 212.5 for a half a unit. Other bet, 10.5. That's what Golden State is laying to Memphis here at the time of taping. 10.5, minus 110 on either side. This is a huge number. Dillon Brooks is coming back. Ja Morant is out. But you guys remember what the Memphis Grizzlies did without Ja Morant? We were talking about it in the regular season, almost like, are they a better basketball team without Ja Morant on the court? Look, I don't know if they win game 4 here, and I don't know if they keep themselves in the series or not. They just got absolutely blown out in game 3. It was not close. It was a blowout. But I think Brooks coming back. I think Memphis having their backs against the wall in a must-win situation. Look, I was on the Grizzlies in game 3. I was wrong. I very well might be wrong again here, but I'm taking the 10.5 points. All right. Memphis plus 10.5. I think they keep it close. I think the numbers sort of dictate that as to what this team has done against the spread on the road. 27-17-1 against the Western Conference. Memphis 38-22-1. I get it's the Warriors. I get it. I totally do. The game flew over. Okay. I was talking about the under here for that game in game 3. I would not go near the total here in this game. I mean, they laid 7. They won it by 30. And just they come up and score 140 points. I mean, just absolutely crushed the over by 28.5 points. It was 225.5, 142-112, 30 points over. Total for this game is 224.5, so it's down a point. Without Ja, I guess I think the teams are going to play slower, but I think the total is too tough. I would lean under simply because Golden State at home is 25-18-2 to the under this year, but I don't feel confident betting the under with Memphis and Golden State, in particular with the way they shoot the basketball. So, but I am confident taking the 10.5 points. Memphis plus 10.5 for a half a unit. And finally, we're going to baseball. And man, we haven't bet baseball much. Okay. So I'm not saying like there's a game that I'm like completely jumping up and down about and I'm like all in on, but I do think it's worth looking at Oakland at Detroit. I don't know if you guys have seen some of these numbers here, but these two teams do not score. Like they do not have offenses that are potent. The score, it is the total is 7 for this game. Blackburn against Pineda. I don't think it really matters, to be quite honest here, about whoever's pitching for these two teams because their offenses have been just so absolutely anemic. Detroit this year, I mean, talking about trends, I think it's fun to kind of look at team trends and look at where teams have gone with totals wise. Detroit right now is the 3rd best team to the under this year, 18-9 to the under. Only Boston at 20-9 and Houston at 21-8 are better this year to the under. And Oakland's not much better, 15-11-2 to the under for the Oakland A's this year. And you look at the way these teams are performing and how they're hitting, they just really aren't hitting here. It's a it's a night game at Detroit. First game of the year between these two teams, but Tigers 5-9-5-5-5 last 5 games. For the A's, 7-17-3-3-1 their last 5 games. Under. I'm going under 7, Detroit and the Oakland A's here with Blackburn and Michael Pineda. Weather could, it's supposed to be decent weather, 63 temperature at the first pitch, not warm, but not cold either. Oakland is 10-18. They've lost 9 games in a row. Detroit is 8-19. They've lost 5 games in a row. These teams don't score. Pitchers are going to hopefully have good days. They've been having great days. 7, we're going under. Oakland, Detroit, under 7. You can shop around for juice to see where I got -110. You can shop around on the juice, but I'm going under 7. I will eyeball the Brewers and the Reds, by the way. Potentially the Brewers on the run line. It's even money on that. I may be on that as well. So a lot of things to jump on here, but definitely I'll have a play in the NHL coming up today in the Discord channel, at least 1, maybe 2 to get into it. So, okay, so our plays for today, 3 bets, half unit each. Milwaukee, Boston, under 212.5. Grizzlies, plus 10.5. And the under for Detroit and Oakland at -110, under 7 for those 2 teams. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt each and every morning. It's Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by BetMGM.